G'day folks, welcome back to the Southwest. Job I've got on today is to cut down 3 pine trees. So we've got that one on the left and these 2 smaller ones on the right. I'm still continuing to build fire breaks and clear tracks for the purposes of access for fire appliance vehicles, fire trucks essentially. This pine tree on the left is arguably hanging over the driveway too much. I mentioned previously in another video I need 4 metres width and 4 metres of vertical height clear of trees and branches and so forth. That's the regulations. So this tree needs to come down. The problem I've got is this tree has got quite a heavy lean on it. It's quite a dangerous tree to fell actually, and it's going to get hung up by these 2 pines on the other side of the track. So I'm going to take down that tree first, then that one, and then I'll drop this one. This one is I'm going to have to be very careful with because of the lean on it. This is my main driveway in and out of my property, heading down towards my ute down there. So this would be the main area, the main point of access for any firefighting vehicles when they need to get in here. I didn't mention a moment ago that it's pretty hot today. It's about 30 degrees at the moment and it's going to get up to about 34 apparently. It's not too bad where I'm working here though, because I'm pretty much in the shade, so that's pretty good. It's the end of November and the fire breaks need to be in a pretty good condition by the 1st of December. So really this is my last weekend of big push to get the fire breaks as good as I can. Okay, that went down pretty much as I'd hoped, straight down the track, and fell up a couple of metres short of my ute. A little bit too close to my ute actually, but it didn't hit it. Okay, you can see that tree that I've just dropped here. When I said it was close to the ute, I'll show you how close it actually was. So about 30 centimetres short. It's either good luck or good judgment. Good luck, I think. So that tree is pretty much dealt with. You'll notice that I've left two long sections about 5 metres long. These are pine, so they're no good to build with. We can't build with pine around here because they just get destroyed by termites in no time. But what I will do is I'll keep these logs and I'll use them for something non-critical. I've got to build a toilet, an outhouse for instance, and I'll probably mill those up into some 4x2s or something, maybe use them up nice and high off the ground, maybe as roof joists, away from where the termites can get them. So yeah, as I say, they can't be used for any critical application, although arguably a toilet is a fairly critical application. But yeah, anyway, I'll keep any pine I do use, I'll keep up nice and high. I always keep as much as I can for firewood as well. I don't like to waste the wood. So whilst cutting the tree down itself only takes 2 minutes, maybe 3 maximum, it takes a long time to deal with the rest of the tree, to process it, chop it up, and I've still got to split the firewood, stack it. It's got to sit and dry for, I don't know, maybe a year. People in North America say it takes a year for pine to dry. Probably not so long in this climate, I suspect. But anyway, I'll stack it up and store it for maybe for the best part of a year and use it next winter. So I've dealt with one of those 3 trees, that one there obviously. This other medium-sized one's got to go, and then that big one with the big lean will be next. It's 34 degrees at the moment. I just checked on the thermometer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this tree felling till first thing tomorrow morning when it's a bit cooler, because it's pretty hot work out here. So I'll go and find something else to do. You might have noticed that I put my ute down near the driveway entrance down there. The reason I did that is because I knew that when I fell these trees, they were going to be lying across the track. I'm normally working on my own down here, and so I deliberately put the ute on the other side. This is the only way in and out of this property. So if I was to fall a tree and then, I don't know, get bitten by a snake or something, I wouldn't be able to get out. So, or if there was a fire even, or I don't know, some other emergency. So that's why I put the car on that side of where I'm doing the work. Just on that note, I've got no mobile phone reception here at all. There's nothing. There's no internet. No Wi-Fi, no mobile signal. What I have got is this GPS device. So all I need is a clear view of the sky. This is a Garmin InReach, it's called. I can't make a phone call from it, but I can text message anyone. So I can text message family or friends or someone if I need to. If there's a real emergency, it has an SOS button. You remove that cover and press that button, and that will alert emergency services, who can locate you down to, I think it's the closest meter, and they'll come and hopefully come and rescue you or find out what the problem is. So that's how I sort of manage safety down here. As I say, I'm normally working alone, so there is obviously the risk of an accident. So yeah, that's the device that I haven't had to use yet, but it's there in case I need it. Okay, so yep, that came down just as I expected, so that's a good thing, and fell somewhat clear of my car. So I'll clean this one up and chop it up, and we'll move on to the next one. I've dealt with those two other trees now. I'm now going to cut down this big pine. I'm a bit nervous about this operation because this is quite a large tree and it's also got a very heavy lean on it. And the issue with these trees which lean so much is that there's a huge amount of compression on that side of the tree and a huge amount of tension on that side of the tree. So what can happen, I've never seen it happen, I've seen it on YouTube, is a phenomenon called barber chairing, where you cut a notch on this side as you normally would, although I'll cut a much longer and shallower notch on this one because I don't want my saw to get stuck on this side due to the huge compression. What can happen if you then make a felling cut as you normally would on this side, the tree can all of a sudden split right up the trunk, and it happens in hundredths of a second. There's no warning whatsoever. And what can happen is that the tree can split up like that and actually shoot out backwards or fly up, or some other dangerous thing can happen. People have been killed as a result of trees doing this this barber chairing. So what I'm going to do is a high shallow notch, and I'm then going to do a plunge cut where I'm going to cut in and into the tree with my saw straight through, and then I'm going to cut back in this direction, and hopefully that'll give us a safe cut. Okay, here goes. Okay, that's a relief. That pretty much went perfectly as planned, so pretty pleased. As I said, I was pretty nervous about that cup. As you can see, it's fallen right between those two trees, so it's pretty much exactly where I wanted it to go, and that's the reason I removed those two trees, because this one definitely would have got hung up in them and would have been all sorts of problems.